Every person around me gotta know the code. Everyone around me gotta be a soul. Everyone around me gotta know. Yeah, I'ma make it known. Leave my feelings in the trash can when it's time to go. Getting rid of all the bad men, cause I'm spiritual. I thought you should know, this ain't my final form. It's something like a ghost, and I won't do no harm if you gon' keep me close. Cause you're my lucky charm, just like some cereal. Rainbows, stars, gifts and diamonds, hearts, go all to you. If you around me, know they do. Let it vibrate. Make that gyrate. Let it vibrate. Make that gyrate. I've been pulling strings like violence. Yes, I'm getting high again. You can't reach me, try again. Ceito known in Thailand. Yes, my flight is private. Way you move your thighs, man. Want me to get behind it, behind it. The sky is where I live, disguises. Why am I not surprised then? Lace some fibs, slide into the crib. Let it vibrate. Make that gyrate. Let it vibrate. Make that gyrate. Time out. It's Cashapp CeitoLLC. Bring me back. Don't knock me out. Don't knock. Okay. Time out is Cashapp CeitoLLC, the spirit coach, getting you in shape and form for the age of Aquarius yet again. You're now drinking the wine of Zeus. Welcome to the Zeus Cast, where we talk pretty much everything that's about real life, everything that's about, people and, dealing with the mind and humanity and stuff, everything like that. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the mic. I'm supposed to be looking at the camera. But, this is where we talk like everything in reality, bring the mind in reality with other like-minded individuals and start, associating ourselves amongst each other due to knowledge and wisdom. So you can hit that like button. You can share and subscribe. It kind of help build the community and stuff. And, essentially that's what we like being around, ideas that can help us better ourselves. So if we can just have, more of that in our community, we can do a lot, with purpose and purposefully. So, I just dropped my kids off in the morning and stuff like that. So I just got back home. I usually start my day at, my work at like 9 and stuff like that. 2, then 3, I got to go pick my kids up and stuff like that. So, it's Capricorn. We did Capricorn season. We're in Aquarius season. So, we're now starting to get more structured with who we want to be in society. And a lot, because Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, a lot of that is about sometimes being unique and original. So you can show a bit of you and you can show someone else how to change. So that be the thing when it comes to, being in society, but also having a sense of individuality that you can show another individual that could be useful for them in some aspect. Um, and this kind of segues into the topic that we're talking about today, which is bullying and shit like that. So shout out to all my bullies. I think bullies are kind of needed in life. You know what I'm saying? I think you need a bully to go upside your head sometimes to kind of get you with the program. You know what I'm saying? But we do have a certain type of bully. We got two types of bullies that come to mind when I think about it. So uh you got the bully that is essentially slapping you over your head and things of that nature. But when they go home, they getting slapped over their head. You know what I'm saying? Or they cry themselves to sleep every night when they get to the bed. So you got that type of bully, and then you got the bully that disturbs you a little bit. Well, they say I'm the best, or what I'm saying, get your game up. So this would be like the bullies that do it in the right aspect because essentially what they saying, they got something to back it up, and it don't get you too much out of your ego. I mean, in your ego, it actually takes you out of your ego and puts you in a proper perspective. So that would be the nice type of bully. You know what I'm saying? The bully that does that type of shit. So when it comes to the negative effects of bullying denial, you know what I'm saying? Um, we got to talk about victims because I fuck with the bullies and shit like that. I shout out to all my bullies out there. But I feel like this is a reason why they don't put this type of information on the internet. If you go see the bullies, if you look up bully, you're not finna get this context that I'm about to bring in any YouTube video. You're gonna likely see them just talking about the main types of bullies and shit like that be in school, the ones that be crying themselves to sleep and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And how it may affect you in the childhood. But and when they talk about the victims and stuff, you know what I'm saying, it's very limited on that information as well. So I think my personal viewpoint on this is that the worst type of the worst type of victim is the one that's in denial about the bullying going on. And we're going to get to that. We're going to get to some information. Give me 1 second and we're going to get to some info and stuff. And yeah. So, all right. So, we got three types of victims. Now, let's say a bully say your shoes is trash, right? You got the victim that feels hurt because they believe it, right? So they may need help with their mind. So this is a victim that's like young minded. You know what I'm saying? So they it's not really their fault. They go into school and stuff like that. Everybody got a certain type of shoe. And because they're not in reality and stuff like that, based upon their family situation, whatever, okay, so they get hurt. But this is kind of what helps them need a certain mind fixer or mind regulator type of situation going on. So that's one aspect. That's the first victim. So it's not really their fault. They just young minded and they kind of need help with their mind over time because they might not know their present situation going on. But when they grow up, they might be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I see now. You know what I'm saying? So that's that victim. Okay. Then you got the victim that believes what the bully like is trash. And they fight back. And this is the show and prove victim. So that's the second type of victim. All right. Now, last but not least, this is the third type of victim. You got the victim that denies that they were ever bullied. Okay. So they might like laugh at the bully's joke. All right. They may be non-confrontational towards the bully. They may befriend them after getting done over and getting done wrong so many times. Okay. And that is for the purpose of to get a desire met. And that desire is to be liked by the bully and what they think is cool because they don't like themselves. So out of the victims, out of the three victims of bullying, the third one is the worst type of victim. And we're going to get more into this type of victim because I don't see it anymore. Okay. So the first victim that feel hurt because they believe it, a lot of times they just need help with their mind. The second victims, they going to help themselves. They're going to fight back. The third victim that denies that they were ever bullied and stuff like that, they got real deep issues, real deep rooted issues that they need to, you know what I'm saying, get under control. Okay? All right. Now, what makes this bully, what makes this, and I don't know if everybody in the chat, shout out to everybody in the chat. So what makes this, uh, this, this, uh, this person or this victim the worst one? We're going to go down a line of events. And I got some points and I'm going to let y'all know. So, you know what I'm saying? Just bear with me. So the first one is aggression minimization. Okay, so people experiencing bullying denial, that will be the third victim. The first victim, they just getting bullied. You know what I'm saying? The second victim, they getting bullied, but they're doing something back. So they're not really getting bullied and stuff like that. The first one is the one that they present in media and stuff like that, kind of get y'all used to. The second one is the bully that is, you know, essentially in a space where, you know, they kind of not letting the bully, you know, they're gonna show and prove, they're gonna take their time, you know, and they're gonna get on the bully ass. The third victim is the one that is experiencing bullying denial. Okay, so like I said, aggression minimization is the first motherfucking key to, you know what I'm saying, um, the the third victim, which is the one that's in bullying denial. So people experiencing bullying denial from childhood or have an upbringing, or I'm sorry, people experiencing bullying from childhood or upbringing have a way of minimizing their aggression towards the individual they're receiving the bullying from and hope to not rub them the wrong way or be non-confrontational. Okay, so aggression minimization is like one of the first things that a person in bullying denial will do. So they may minimize their aggression, they maybe try to befriend the bully, you know what I'm saying, that type of shit. Okay, so when this is not addressed properly, these things lead to situations like denial of worth, isolation, denial of personal self-interest, and outrage towards others, loved ones, and family based upon not knowing how to deal with the situation head on. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. So the person that's going through bullying denial, they got a lot of shit. They got a lot of shit. They just got a lot of shit that has held them back from being, you know, personal, you know, with themselves, um, you know, personal with their self-worth, uh, you know, so that is like the worst type of victim, the one that's in bullying denial. Aggression minimization, the ability to like kind of avoid confrontation and fight for who you are, that is that's just fucked up. So, you know, that's a person that's in bullying denial. Okay, so like I said, when this is not addressed properly, these things lead to situations like denial of worth and personal self-interest, isolation, and outrage towards other close loved ones, family, based upon not knowing how to deal with the situation with the bully head on. So these people get narcissistic, you know, they start isolating themselves when they can't deal with the bully head on, you know what I'm saying, or don't want to deal with the bully head on. You know, sometimes it's good to isolate yourself if you can't necessarily get your 1-2 together, or what I'm saying, you need to take a different approach. But what I'm saying, but like I said, this type of person, the victim, kind of befriends the bully. Okay, so they minimize their aggression. Okay, so when this is not addressed properly, these things to are just said that. So a lot of times, people that have been bullied in this aspect, that's dealing with bullying denial, they attract strong partners who step up to bullies in their own life. However, it becomes toxic when the bully uses the strong person who fights bullies as a way to be seen a certain way instead of dealing with the situation head on. Okay. Okay. So instead of them saying something like to the bully, like, I like what I like, they practice aggression minimization. Okay. Or they not trying to be competitive or in some type of way. They oftentimes use the other individual to say that instead of them saying it themselves. This leaves them in a toxic cycle and just reinforces the bully's attitude towards them. So that's another thing. So it leaves them in that situation where um, the bully, since they still not fighting right for whatever they need to fight for, and they go get another individual to kind of say that for them, the bully's still gonna antagonize them and be like, "The fuck you even lamer, or you why would you even bring somebody around like that?" Or what I'm saying. So they gonna put them into that aspect or something like that. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat too in the video. So yeah, so this leaves them in that toxic cycle. So aggression, minimization, that's all part of that. That's the first one. The second one is living in denial. Okay. A person that has been a victim of bullying denial lives in denial most of the time and will not want you to call them out on how they are being bullied, but will rather you live in the state of denial with them. All right. So they would rather the person that what I'm saying, they would rather you live in that denial that they getting bullied with them. So be careful, because they ain't gonna want you to have your own mind, because they ain't got their own mind. You know what I'm saying? Or they ain't got their own strength to fight. But you may attract somebody like that as a partner. And just because you may be heavy and strong, what I'm saying, with your how you go about things or whatever, they might be attracting you because they need some of that aspect. We all always attracting each other based upon, what I'm saying, how we can balance each other out. Okay. So, but yeah, so that's the second one, which is they live in denial. The third one, bullied people become bullies. All right, these bullied people become bullies to their close friends and family. They ain't gonna become a bully to the bully. They're gonna become a bully to their close friends and family. Okay, why do they do this? Because they can't get a sense of power in the situation with the bully, and a lot of times, them not having that sense of power with the bully, that built up as frustration, and it's built up and released amongst people who care about them. Okay, and this is a collection of trauma stemming from caring about another individual, which is the bully. They care about the bully, but uh, so they yeah. So this is a collection of trauma stemming from caring about another individual that doesn't care about them in the same capacity. So based upon them caring about another individual that don't care about them in that same capacity, that builds up as trauma and stuff like that. So they start to learn that behavior from caring about another individual that don't really care about them. So essentially, once you get that happening and stuff like that, of course that's going to goddamn build up and shit like that, and you need to release it somewhere. and shit, and you gonna do you for the most part, you're not getting that fulfillment back from that bully. So you're gonna take that to people that care about you and stuff like that. Okay, so this leads the bully person, the third type of victim. This leads the bully person into minimizing another individual because they essentially are teaching themselves through experiences. It don't matter what they care about. You know what I'm saying? So this is what kind of lead the bully person into minimizing another individual because they they already teaching you themselves, not you. They already teaching themselves that it don't matter what they care about. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't gonna step up to the bully. And the person in the bully denial is the worst victim. Okay, so let's move on. So this is what they teaching themselves. The person that's in bullying denial. Okay, this in turn is deflected on another individual, where all that matters in that moment is them fulfilling their need to feel less minimized because they've been minimized by the bully, and they need you, and they will use you to do it, especially if you care about them. Okay, so it's a dangerous game. It's a dangerous game living with someone that has experienced bullying denial. Why? Because they have a lack of self care and worth. And people that deal with bullying denial aren't real with themselves. So, how can they be real with you? So, now, of course, we're going to call out the problems. Okay, we call out problems, but we need solutions. Okay, so we need solutions for the person that has lived in bullying denial, and we need solutions for the person that experiences a person that lives in bullying denial. Okay, so how can you deal with this? Now, if you're a person that has been a victim of bullying denial and have not properly addressed it, you might want to look into how you may have been experiencing a sense of denial. Look how much it has been holding back your life, hindering true connection with family, friends, partners, and start to be more authentic with yourself so you can address your fears head on. So you can start living a more fulfilling life. Okay? Now, if you are a person that has experienced someone being a victim of bullying denial, this is what you can do. Try not to take it personal. Learn as much as you can about the effects of bullying. And if it is a safe environment, let them know how much you care about them. Don't allow yourself to excuse toxic behavior, though. Let them know when you don't agree with their actions and behavior. Now, never tell someone, this is another tip. Never tell someone they're acting from a place of hurt and trauma from bullying, especially someone that is the bullying denial victim. Why? Because if they are in resistance, we're going to talk about their care factor again. Because they already practice a low percentage level of self-care and self-worth and self-value. Okay, because you're going to show them a sense of care and stuff like that, it's going to remind them of how um if they're in resistance, the care factor that you have that others don't, it will be used against you because they know they can count on you in that aspect of care. So it's like an excusing. Okay. All right. Now, if both the person experiencing bullying denial and bullying can come together on taking proper responsibility in care, we can start to see a more fulfilling and successful relationship based in authenticity. So that's the last thing I got to say. But yeah, other than that, that is the motherfucking live. and stuff like that. So yeah, so I can run it back real quick, you know, um, and whatever. So you got three types of victim. You got the first victim that just is a victim and they feel hurt based upon what the bully did, um, and they believe it too. They believe what the bully says about them is true, so they just may need help with their mind. Like I alluded it to a kid that got go to school and everybody got shoes, but their family situation may not, warrant them to have certain um, perks that other kids have and shit like that. So if they get hurt by that, then they may feel like they lack something in them, and they may need something to help their mind out. You know what I'm saying? And that may be just care or a conversation or that. So that's the first type of victim. Then you got the victim that think what the bully think is weak. So that'd be the second type of victim, but they fight back and they show and prove. Okay, no, they were bully or bully. I'm the best jump shopper. Niggas can't fuck with me until niggas show up, and you know what I'm saying. Ooh, you know what I'm saying. So that will be a positive. Then you got the worst type of victim, the victim that believes. The victim that denies that they were ever bullied. That's the worst type of victim. So they might laugh at the bully's jokes, be non-confrontational, or befriend them after keep getting done wrong over and over. And this is for the purpose of getting the desire met. And that desire is to be liked by the bully because what they think is cool, because they like what the bully think is cool, and they don't like themselves. So this is the person that get bullied and they'll laugh and be like, yeah, but they wish deep down they really could have said something. You know what I'm saying? So they live with that. And that on a spiritual level, that's not good because you're not releasing. You know what I'm saying? You're not releasing. So this is why, your manifestations be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get a position, you're not gonna be able to be in a position to teach bully shit. So you know what I'm saying? That's the negative. But shout out to all my bullies because I fuck with all the bullies and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the bullies. You need a motherfucker to go over your head a little bit. You know what I'm saying? For you to get in the right aspect of shit. But yeah, so that's the live on bullying denial. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that came through and shit like that. I'm Kel, 6 Juice. Get you in shape before for the age of course. Yet again. Get your ass in the game.